Hello, good morning everybody. So today is 28th of March 2019 and I'm going to take you through the market overview for today. So the contest today, we're going to predict the price where we expect Euro USD to be, where you expect the price of Euro USD to close by the end of today. So if the price we've predicted is actually close to the real price on the FreshForex classic account, then FreshForex will give you $30 bonus. So that's how it works. You only need to predict and then you'll be able to get the $30 bonus. So if there are two people which have predicted a price that is equal, that's almost close to the actual price, then only one person who is closest to the actual price will be given the $30 bonus. So we'll move straight to our charts, and today I want to start from SP500 instead of starting from the currencies. And the reason is simple. I still have my lines drawn very neatly. I want to see actually whatever is happening now, if there are any good positions or if we should change position we had previously. So the very first thing I'm seeing, there's an indicator, the one I'm having, there's ADX here, and on this ADX we have three lines. There's a complete one, and then there's the dotted line, then we have the green dot, the red dotted one. So as it is at the moment, the complete line is sliding into below 25, while the green line, which shows that there's an active trend, is also above the red one. So what that means here is that there's still a trend. We still expect price to be moving upwards. We want price to basically close beyond 2817.2, then it should attempt coming back to the same point like this, so that you can pick a low risk buy from that spot up to upper. So as I mentioned previously, as long as the price does not clearly close below, so something happened here that the price actually gapped below. This is some sort, those are close here, but it has opened below this, the envelopes. This is a sell. This is a sell, and therefore we are only interested in a sell as we speak now. But since this indicator is showing us a buy, it is better not to sell. Instead, wait for the move or predicted. There's a sell forming here, correct? But the current dominant trend is upward. Therefore, the sell you're seeing may be delusional. At least it may not be necessarily genuine. So let the price move up, retrace back slightly, then pick a low risk buy from that spot, expecting price to continue even higher up to 2934.8. So that's my view about SP500. I'll move straight to the next chart, and that should be Brent oil. Brent oil, I have it somewhere. Brent oil is here. Let me attach it. I'm going to look at it from the weekly point of view first, because previously we actually looked at it from the weekly point of view and it was looking good for a sell. We had a line there. Then I mentioned that there's a big drop, then a slight retracement. Price dropped from that point up to somewhere here, and then currently it has retraced back to a trend line where we were selling. It has gone somewhere there. So this is still a sell. This is still a sell. There's a big drop we are seeing, and then there's a retracement. We want to sell when the price gives us any sell signal from around this trend line. Those are a support. We had a support there, then we had a support there, and then there's another support there. Those are break. This was a clear break below. Then the move which we saw after that break, which is this one, this is actually, there's an impulsive move, then there's a correction. So basically this is a sell place. You want to sell from this point, expect price to move towards this point, and then it should go next up to this line. Then there's the ultimate take profit, which is somewhere around 45.38. So the move we saw here, this is a retracement. This bullish move, this candle, all this stands for a retracement, and it means you're supposed to look for a sell from that point up to 45.38. We'll move straight to the next chart, and there should be gold. Gold is here. So how you know the gold, assuming you cannot differentiate? This gave me a lot of problems, that this XAU and XAG, you may not know what this means for the start. Look at the price. The price of gold at the moment is around 1,000, above 1,000 USD, and that of silver is 1,500, around 15.30. So anytime you find you're being confused between this and this, just know that the price of silver is always around 15 and that of gold is above 1,000. We have that attached clean. So yesterday I was actually looking for a sell on gold. I had a line drawn at the top. There's a line which I had somewhere there, and then also had an indicator envelopes. I had that, and then there was also MACD which I used some few days ago, like that. So according to this chart, I mentioned that as long as the price remains below this level, this should be a very, very good place to sell from. We wanted price to basically come back up to around 1349.28 so that you can pick a sell, but instead it went down massively and is now pulling back up, but it's still above this indicator, the envelopes I'm having. So this is a buy. Temporarily this should be a good buy, and also that was a very good buy, and we still expect price to move up to this trend line, up to the level I'm having, up to around 1349.29. We want price to, whatever is happening now, despite the fact that it shows some signs for a sell, the indicators I'm having on this chart are actually showing me a buy. The columns of MACD are above 00, and then the signal moving average is also above 00. Then the envelopes itself, price is above it. So we still expect price to move up and should go somewhere up to around 1349.29. Wait for a good trade, and that trade has to come around 1349.29. Daily, let's see if there's anything. The second, I have that daily, there's a level here. That was just a very good resistance, broken. There was a support, then there's another break below. Price came back to the same point, and now we are bouncing off from this envelope. So what this means is, should price fail to go beyond 1329.3, somewhere around this level, then we expect just a slight move up, something like this, before we embark on a move to the lower side, something like this. So we'll move to the next chart, and that should be USD JPY. USD JPY is here. I'm going to look at it also from the monthly. So there's one thing which I mentioned yesterday just shallowly, but I want to repeat it now. I said that during this month, January, we saw there's a very big bullish pin bar happening around a key level. This was a clear support. There was a support here, a support. Price went down up to some level here, but then it came back and closed above 108.71. So we mentioned that this was supposed to push price up, which already it has done. The price went up and even closed above the next level. We also have another level at the top. So we expected this, whatever happened, to push price up to this level, 113.75, but that is not happening. Instead, the price is still below this level. Assuming by Friday you find that the price is above 110.99, then come next month to expect price to go up to 113.75. This is still bullish. We still want price to move up to this level. On the weekly chart, the same level still holds, the top one still holds, and then the middle one, which is this, is also significant. We want price basically to go and try closing above this level on the weekly basis so that you can buy it up to 114.11, somewhere there. We also have another level on the lower side. So if you bought it here and price went as far as this, but it has gone down. You didn't take your profit there. You can still wait for price to get back to this level to rebuy it for the second time. So on this chart, basically I'm looking at, these are the lines I'm focusing on. I have the first one, which is 117.89. I also have 104.63, then 108.41, then 110.91. These are the only levels I'm focusing on. On the daily chart, let me see. There's nothing useful for me on the daily chart, but if price can pull back down up to somewhere around 108.41, then that will be the correct place to look for a trade from. I'll move to the next chart. That should be GBP USD. So the contest is still on, and the pair which is predicted is Euro USD. You need to predict where the price of Euro USD is going to be by the end of today. So if your prediction is close to the actual price, then FreshForex will give you up to $30 bonus. So to apply, to respond to this one, yes, you should predict Euro USD. Let me write that down. Predict Euro USD, and get the $30 bonus. Get the $30 bonus. Just a second. So I've written the procedure below this video. You can see that there's a place written get $30 bonus, and then I've also written the procedure. Write that prediction here. Write your prediction here. What's next? What's next? So let's look at GBPUSD first before we move to Euro USD. GBPUSD is there. So the first, whatever I'm seeing here, the very first thing is that there's a sign for a sell here. This candle stands for a bearish signal. It means that the price is likely heading downwards, and that is supported by the fact that from the weekly point of view, we are actually bouncing off from a resistance. This is a very, very good resistance from the weekly point of view. We have this as support. We also have this as support. Then there was a break below, price came back up, a resistance. The same place is now being used as a resistance. So the candle we are seeing on the daily, which is showing us a sell, it's a possible sign that we are supposed to be selling. We basically expect price to be moving down, but the setup on the weekly, which is there's an engulfing candle, the first thing, and then there's an inside pin bar. All of them are happening below this line. So this is still not a buy yet unless the price is above 1.3303. We basically expect something like this, that the price should head up before it continues down. That is what we expected, that the price should get back up to 1.3303 so that we can sell from that point. But so far that has not happened. Instead, the price is showing us sign for selling. So you don't have to wait for price here. If you pick a sell from maybe somewhere here, your stop loss has to be above the longest tail you can see. And if you wait to sell it there, then your stop loss still has to be above this tail. So GBPUSD, basically I'm waiting for a sell, but only if the price can get back to this level and then bounce off of it. That is when I look for a sell. So you want to trade this correctly, wait for that sell, have your stop loss, and then your take profit should be here. This is the next key level. You can see it has been used previously as a resistance. We have this as a resistance, support. Then price went up, came back to the same support. Then it went up, same support. Then there's a false break, it came back up, and then it sent a tail there. So we basically want price to get back to this level. If you successfully sell it while price is here, then expect price to move up to this point. But on the flip side, assuming the price does not retrace, instead it breaks up like that, then just wait for a retracement back to that level before you can pick a buy like that. And that buy is likely heading up to this level. This is a monthly resistance. Look at it like this. This was the resistance which has been there since 1993. A support, a support, a support. Then there's a false break. It went down, came back to the same place, and now based on whatever we're seeing, price if it's to go up, then it has to come back up to this level 1.4090. So let's move to the next chart, and that should be Euro USD, the last one. Euro USD is here. The first thing I'm seeing on this chart is that the previous week's candle was actually a bearish pin bar. This is the very first thing I'm seeing, which means in the course of this week, price was supposed to be heading down. It's already doing that as we're speaking. And then another thing which I want to say, there was a level here, just a very, very good trend line which is pointing downwards. And then we also have a level at this point, and we also have a level at this point. So these are the monthly levels. We have a level there, we have a level there, then there's also another trend line here, but the previous Swiss candle, which is this, is actually a pin bar. So if price is to go down, then it will find some support around 1.1219. Like if this candle, the weekly candle we are seeing, if it is to push price down, then we don't expect it to go up to somewhere to go below 1.1219, because this is a monthly support. But should it close below by the end of this week, that is Friday, tomorrow, then we expect price to continue even lower. As it is at the moment, we recommend a sell, and that sell has to go up to this level 1.1219, and should close there by the end of the week. Or it may send a tail down and comes back and close below, and that means that next week we are looking, next month, sorry, we'll be looking for a buy. So from the daily, based on this candle, there's a level here. Just a second, we have a level there. This is a very still a good level. We have a support, a support, a support. There was a big break below, then this break did not keep price below, instead the price came back up, and for the second time we are below. So basically what I expect on this side is for price to close below where it closed previously. So you want to trade this correctly. If you want to trade Euro USD correctly, or if you have to predict, then what I expect to happen now is for price to close below where it closed previously. That's the close below, somewhere around 1.1251. That's where the price closed yesterday. So I expect Euro to continue down, and it should close possibly below where it closed previous, because we expect price to be going up to somewhere below here before it comes back up. So I hope that has answered your question. If Gen 226455, I hope that I've answered you correctly. That this is what I expect to happen. The euro should close slightly below, not even slightly, it needs to close below this where it closed previously, so to confirm that you're downwards, possibly up to this level. So by the end of this week, we expect it to bounce off from this level. Just a second. We expect it to bounce from this level, but today it needs to go down. So that should bring us to the end of today's market overview. You will need to predict here and also write your account number. There's the procedure just at the bottom of the screen. There's a procedure that you need to follow when you're doing the prediction. Write your account number followed by Euro USD, and then followed by the price where you expect Euro to close by the end of the day. So if your prediction is correct, then you'll get the $30 bonus. The prediction is there up to 26th of April. You can predict now, and then if your prediction is closed, then you'll be able to get them on. So thank you very much. See you again tomorrow. watu wamecomment, yani watu wameview 27 people viewing, but sasa hakuna but comment, hakuna mtu ana comment, sio napata mtu ana comment. Unakulanga usiku? Unakulanga usiku? Unakulanga aje? How do you eat at night? You unakwanga satisfied kabisa kabisa? Don't even eat at night. Yes, it's during the day you're supposed to eat.